Welcome back to Refine the Fire. My name is Tracy Renee. I pray that you're all blessed on today. I have a word from the Lord, and that word is you do not have to twist God's arm for his blessing. Listen to what I'm saying, you guys. You do not have to twist. Matter of fact, you can't twist God's arm to do anything, but you don't need to convince God to give you his blessing. The blessing of the Lord comes from the Lord and is for you. Can't nobody take it away. Can't nobody change it. Can't nobody change the season of it. You can't convince him to give it or take it away. It is what it is. Okay. These things have already been written, just in case you didn't know. When you were going to get something, how you were going to get it, how you was going to come into this season, all of these things have already been written. So you can't twist God's arm or try to change his mind. Things are going to happen in the season they're supposed to happen in, and not before or after that. Okay. God does everything on time. God's an on-time God. We say that, but sometimes we don't really believe it. And we start doing things to try to coerce God, manipulate God, and manipulate people into getting things outside of the season we're supposed to get them in. You can't twist God's arm. It's not going to work. Okay. When you get into Christianity, and I'm not talking about just the relationship with the Lord, I'm talking about the religion of being a Christian. Okay. When you get into going to church and, get around a lot of different people, you hear a lot of lingo and a lot of things that are being said. Sometimes at the time I didn't know, but now God has revealed to me a lot of that stuff is religious and legalistic. And a lot of it is just flat out wrong, to be honest. And all kinds of things that people would tell you to try to get you to get things outside of the season, outside of God's timing. And you will have you running around doing all these things and wondering why you still don't have the thing that you wanted. And it's dangerous because it will have you like a chicken with your head chopped off. You will be like just all over the place, and there'll be a lot of confusion. It makes you very disappointed in God, and God don't have anything to do with that. And God don't want you to have to jump through hoops to get something. He doesn't do that. He says, that's beautiful that you want to sacrifice and all of that. He said, but just know that I'm not asking you to do that for any particular reason. Hear what he said. He said, I'm not asking you to do that for any particular reason. I'm not asking you to do that to get anything. I'm not holding that over your head and waiting for you to do that before I release something to you, because what I'm about to give you and what I've already given you is yours. And it's not going to be dependent upon you doing a fast, losing weight, gaining weight, going to this city, going to that city. It's not dependent on any of that stuff. Okay. When he gave me a word, and I'm not going to lie, I was kind of annoyed by how many views, because, I don't get a lot of views. But, you talk about marriage and boom, like people be looking for those videos, right? And it wasn't a whole lot, but it was more than I'm used to seeing. I said, wow, you could tell what people really want to hear about, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I get it. A lot of people are waiting and certain titles really just catches people's attention. But that video, I hate to say it, but it was only for like a handful of people, the Lord said. And that wasn't even a word for me, because I wasn't coming out of a relationship or anything like that. That was specifically for people that was coming out of something. And he was saying that even though you made a mistake, because this is how merciful God is, because your heart was actually in the right place, that he was going to see to it that you were still going to get that thing, right? And it was marriage in that video. It was about marriage. And in short, all that's saying is that when it's your time and your season, nothing's going to stop it. Nobody's going to stop it. Nothing's going to stop it. He knows when you're ready. This is why sometimes you can see people and you say, well, they not really ready. I'm more ready than them. You don't know why God is blessing them with that. You don't know what you're ready for. You don't even know who you're going to be married to. So how can you say you're ready for it? You don't know what that's going to bring. You don't know what that's going to look like. You don't know what your life is going to look like 5 years from now. So how can you say you're ready for something when you don't know? Okay, but God knows. He knows when you're ready. And this was for a handful. So most of those people that watched that, it was probably not for them, but it was for a handful of people. He was talking to somebody specific, some people, he said specific, and it was only a handful of people that was trying to live righteously and live holy, and they had just made a boo-boo. People make mistakes, we human, and they had just made a mistake, right? They thought something, or it could have been a job or husband. It wasn't just marriage. A handful, he said, was marriage, but some of it was like you took a job that you thought was for you and it wasn't. But you had good intentions. And so, because he's a merciful God, he was just saying that he was going to see to it that you still got what was yours. And it's just, the fact that when it's your season, it's just your season. And nothing's going to stop it. That's all. And you don't have to do a song and dance to try to get it. You don't got to go through all these channels and go all these different places to get something that's already yours. It don't make sense. He said that if you really understand and hear what he's saying, it will register. If it's already yours, why do you got to jump through hoops to get it? We do these things because people are telling us, and sometimes we're telling ourselves that I'm not good enough. I really don't deserve this. And in order for me to deserve it, I got to do something. And it's not right. It's not right. And that's not from God. And that's why we get disappointed, because then we do all the things and then we still don't get the outcome. And then now we disappointed. And you keep doing that over and over and over again. And God is saying that that's very damaging to you mentally as well as spiritually. It's very damaging. Okay, so be careful with that. There's nothing wrong with doing certain things to get closer to God, just to be close to him, just to be able to hear from him. Maybe you need an answer for something. You say, hey, I want to go on a fast, or you just want to be close to the Lord and you just want to sacrifice. Nothing wrong with that. But when you start doing it to get things, God is saying you don't have to do that. He's not saying he's even going to penalize or punish you for it. He just wants you to know that he loves you and you don't got to do all that. That is okay. That is okay. That you don't have to feel like you're unworthy. And the only way that you're going to be worthy is if you do the song and dance. You don't have to do that. It's already yours and you're going to get it when it's time. And it's nothing you're going to be able to do to try to make it happen any faster. It's going to happen when it's time to happen. Okay. Now, what you could do is in the meantime, you can better yourself. You can do different things and all that, and all that's great. But don't think that you got to become a certain type to get some things, because other people will do less and still get what you're looking for, and you'll be disappointed because you'll be thinking that it has all these requirements. And I know it sounds like I'm talking about one topic, but I'm really not. I'm talking about anything. It could be anything. It could be marriage. It could be a job. It could be a house. It could be a car. It could be finances. It could be anything. A title. It could be anything. He's saying when it's for you, when it's really for you, and he's trying to bless you with it, it's nothing you can do to stop it, and it's nothing you're going to be able to do to get it any quicker. Period. Okay, I love y'all. Stay blessed, stay encouraged. Please continue to subscribe to the channel. Click on your notification bell so that you can be notified. And I will see you guys on the next one as the Lord leads.